Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we are back in DayZ. It's 1.10. The latest update is on stable, and I wanted to do two videos. The first one is I wanted to have a look at looting and tips and what I found and how the new system is working. And then I also wanted to have a look at the islands that are connecting the mainland to Prison Island. And I want to see whether it's feasible to travel across them, how big they are, whether there's any obstacles or buildings on these said islands, or maybe even wrecks. I can already see one over there now. So let's have a look at what this offers. So already it's pretty obvious that there is a fair few islands on the way. You can see the different ridges, different levels as we look across the sea there. Now, one of the main reasons I personally believe that they have introduced these islands to this is because the latest system in game, the temperature system, is pretty harsh, and if you get wet or spend any length of time wet, you get cold and then you'll starve, and it's pretty grim. So having a series of connecting islands to a location that is quite popular and potentially cinematic makes a lot of sense. And I'm seeing here we've got these here, but this you're going to get wet walking across here. Let's have a little look down here. Right, so that looks like an outcrop there with no islands near it. Right, let's go back to this one and proceed across at this point. Okay, so we have this crossing point here. I think you can walk across, but it's going to make you wet. And you can see the little temperature dial went blue for a second there. Right, let's have a look here. We go up onto this point. You can get a better view up here as well. Right, you can see that there are lots of different corridors leading between the islands. There's one here that leads along that point up to there, and then there's a couple over that way, so you can swim to those islands, although there looks like there may be a shallower area here, and they're potentially beyond, and then they lead along to this central island here. Let's have a look. Having said that, there could be corridors, so there's quite a range of different corridors. There's one here, look, at this tip of this one where all these rocks are. In fact, and next to it as well. So it's not just one route. Looks like we've got a series of pathways, shallow areas. To go around this one. I'm trying not to submerge my body completely in water. That's my aim here. Looks like this isn't going to work there. Right, so that's tricky. Okay. I'm not going to take that one. I'll leave that one for the moment. Looks like getting around that rock might make you more wet than you need to be. Look, I'm now wet on the dial. Down on the bottom right hand corner of the screen. This one looks quite dubious as well. Yeah. It's drier there. This section in between looks tricky. Looks like I'm going to get wet. Oh, I'm going to get down. Yeah, I'm getting fully wet now. Just for like a brief moment, you have to swim. Yeah, I'm fully wet. Now you can wring out your clothes in this update. We've got a little lookout tower here. In fact, they're positioned across these islands. You've got one across that way as well. That's pretty cool. I was hoping there'd be more buildings on these. You can go up. I think you can climb these ones. Yep. Go up this one. I don't know how safe they are. Look, and they're spawning loot as well. We've got a smoke grenade there. So it feels like if we can get across to that island there, then there'll be a series of islands that we can follow and not get too wet. And then over this side, that doesn't look like there's any connecting islands on that part of the collection of islands. So it's from here. It's across there. It looks like we're going to get a bit wet in this zone here, which isn't great. But looking back, potentially the best route would be right down across that pathway there. I'm still wet. My temperature is going down. Let's have a quick look over here. Yeah, look. This is going to be a swim. I have to swim it. I don't really want to be swimming in. At least the sun's out. Alright. Yeah, no doubt about it. There's no pathway across there, you can see. There's nothing down the right hand side. It's getting to these islands. So you're spending just a short while in the water as you do it, and you get these little bits as well. That all contributes to your wetness levels. Yeah, look, there's nothing over that way. So it's all the central area here, these little islands. But there were some of these islands before, I feel pretty sure about. And then you can, obviously, you can do the swim across to this section. And then you may want to set up a fire. And you get across again, another little bit of swimming here. Alright, then it leads up to this side of the castle. This is what was here before. We'll look up and let's have a little look down on the islands, the mini islands. Starting to shiver. So there isn't a route that you can take, as far as I can see, that stops you getting wet. You're going to get wet, unfortunately. And then you're going to need to build a fire and wring your clothes out. But it was a lot easier, and you'd certainly take a lot less cold damage by jumping from island to island, especially in this new 1.10 update. So if you like this video, click the thumbs up. If you haven't subbed already, it'd be awesome. If you could, it'd be very much appreciated, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks again.